Royals. This is Mademoiselle Mosley again tonight. I want to talk to you guys about joyriding. Joyriding. When people used to get arrested for joyriding, it's because they stolen a vehicle just to have moments of pleasure or for a thrill. And that's how sometimes we are in our lives. We're joyriding in our lives. We're getting into relationships that we're not authorized to be in because the person that we're with does not belong to us. And not saying that the person is with somebody else. That's not what I'm saying. Everybody we get with, we're not supposed to be with. And then we do something that sometimes often joyriders do. Yeah, they get caught and get violated for driving an unauthorized vehicle at high speeds, to get the thrill and the pleasure out of it. And now they have a record. Now, when you get a record of having spontaneous fun that you're not authorized to have, you oftentimes get arrested. And when you get arrested, it is a aspect of regression. Like you go back, like you keep on doing the same thing over and over again. So you actually are not getting anywhere. You're getting deeper into nowhere. And that's how sometimes we do when we get in relationships that we're not authorized to be in. We get deeper and deeper. We keep going back further and further because if you don't understand, or have a plan or why you're getting with someone, you're having temporary pleasure and thrills. The same thing with joyriding. It's a temporary pleasure and you get a temporary thrill for driving the car fast or driving a certain type of car that you probably always wanted. You're not trying to steal it and keep it. You're just trying to get some pleasure and a thrill out of it. And oftentimes when we get into unauthorized relationships and they don't last and we develop children out of some of those relationships, out of that joyriding, we get a record of having children outside of marriage. Men and women both. It ain't just women just having children outside of marriage. I'm speaking to men as well. Then we have all these jaded relationships, these half-cocked, relationships, and we bring these children into this world without having the complete formula of life, and we wonder why that they repeat the same things that we did, or they feel incomplete due to not having both parents in their lives or their parents being at odds. And that also comes out of being disobedient. The thrill and the temporary pleasure can bring a lot of pain. Joyriding. We just laughing and talking and smiling with the person. We don't even understand what we're doing. It feels good at the time. We all vibing on one to another. And the next thing you know, we being pulled over by the police. And I'm going to use this. We've been pulled over by police, but we've been pulled over by life. And we be searched down and try to see how we came about this. And why do we keep on doing this? You've been arrested for this before. That means you've been stopped for this before. Why do you constantly keep getting arrested and making your record even worse so that when you do get in a relationship that is warranted, you have all these past warrants for your arrest due to the crime that you committed by taking something that does not belong to you, taking something you're not authorized to be in, creating something that's going to keep you from progressing in life. And I don't think we see it like that. I've had my own joy rides when I didn't understand to the full factor of what a joy ride is or what was going on. We never know sometimes the full strength of the thing that we're doing. We just doing it, you know what I'm saying? Because it feels good, so we just doing it, we just chilling, you know what I'm saying? We just doing it and it feels good while you doing it. But a lot of things that feel good while we're doing brings us to ruin. And we have all this residue. And we have these children that we have to explain ourselves to. When we can just not joyride. Only get into things that we are authorized to be in. And sometimes that thing you authorized to be in is just being in you. Understanding who you are so that when you be with the person that you're supposed to be with, it'll work out like it's supposed to work out. But we're so in a hurry to be in a relationship. We want to be with somebody, Let me just joyride and see what happens. Let me just get in this fast Corvette and just ride it and push it to the limit and see what happens. And then when I'm done with the Corvette, let me just go on and get this Mercedes Benz. And, I'm going to push it to the limits and see how fast it goes from 0 to 60. But in the meantime, and the between time that we in these stolen relationships, and we getting pulled over by life, and we're obtaining this track record of broken relationships, which keeps us from identifying something that is real and whole, something that'll bless your mind, your body, and your soul. We continue to joyride. So when you get tired of riding for joy, stop playing with life like it's a toy. You'll understand better that everything that brings a thrill ain't real. Everything that gives you pleasure ain't a treasure. And I hope that helped y'all. I hope it helps you to understand that joyriding may seem innocent, but it also makes you guilty when you are riding in an unauthorized vehicle at speed limits that's above the limit that we're supposed to drive, just so that we can have a thrill. And that's real. Like I say, get it before it gets you. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye now.